Welcome everyone to this week's video. Today we are on Fish Friday number 197 and we have a good one for you today. Today's Fish Friday is one of those very different Fish Friday videos if you can't tell by the title of this. But I thought it would be really interesting to do a Fish Friday on how to search for fish to make an aquarium, to build your aquarium, to create your aquarium. Or at least the steps that I went through when I was doing this much more consistently. Because so many people have been asking, hey, is this fish good with this fish? And this fish is good. And it's important. Ask those questions. You really need to know those answers. And as I've said many times, do your research before you start putting those into. So here we go. The first website I'm going to show you is, bam, Live Aquaria. Now, Live Aquaria is one of those websites that some people either love it or some people really, really hate it. I had a lot of good experience with Live Aquaria, but I went here for very specific things. You know, it's a nice website. It's a very professional deal, company. They're very large. I believe they're out of Wisconsin. And they have, again, I'm a freshwater fish. Now, they do have some really neat corals. But I really like how their website is sort of designed. Because, you click on the freshwater fish. You have a category, popular, all these other categories. A little too many categories. But one reason why I've always liked Live Aquaria, especially for people beginning, is actually the popular packs, the value packs. So let's say, Live Aquaria Premium Freshwater Fish Pack. So what do you have on here is they're going to give you a selection of, let's say here. Okay, here you go. It's going to tell you, basically you say, I have a 20-gallon aquarium. They only have the 9 to 15. Okay, I only have a 9 to 15 gallon aquarium. They're going to give you 2 peppered cory cats and 8 black harlequin rasboras. But you see here, you have all the pictures of there. I don't personally love 5 of these 7 fish. I actually only like the peppered cories, and I don't know what that is. It's one of the Plecostomus. It says bushy nose Plecostomus. That ain't for me. But it's good. These fish are all going to be very hardy. It's not like they're going to be difficult to take care of. And it even tells you easy to moderate, semi-aggressive. The only semi-aggressive things are going to be the tetras. So yeah, it's a very simple and good product, and that's how a lot of them. Plant safe. They have guppy groups, bunch of guppy groups. Salty plant safe. Rona. I don't even know what it is. They've got so many. I never went for their group packs, because by this time I knew exactly what I was going for. So every time I went in here, I was usually going for like new freshwater fish. Oh my goodness, what is this abomination? Oh, I've never seen that before, and it would never be in my aquarium. So, but these are your newer freshwater fish. Now, I usually visited this website for other people, like customers, or I went in here for I did go in here for cories. Goodness, I can't see it. Oh my goodness. Is it here? Nope. It's gotta be here then. Yeah. It was the only good place that I could find besides some very rare and more bizarre websites where I could find Sturrysomas. I waited forever for them to get it into stock, and it never did. I love this fish. I've made no qualms about that. When I did my own aquarium video, I made no qualms about that. But essentially, they have stuff for everything. And, you know, they have, even here, the extra large oddball sharks, which almost no one should have unless you're very experienced. My God, no one should be having a silver arowana or a pink-tailed chalceus in there. I mean, just no. But regardless, you can go in here and it's nice to do. They always take good pictures. They're professional. I did order Corys from them. I did that, but usually I was ordering for customers because I used to do this. I never bought hatchets for them, but they always seem to have them in stock. So it's just one of those deals where it's a good place to start. And I've never had any issue with that. And most of the time, they were fairly open about where they got these from. So I really like that they just say straight up, captive bred, not captive bred. You know, these are really, it's a really fine, good website. Never had any issue with the fish, even when I was building other people's aquariums. But what I really liked for this live aquaria was actually the freshwater plants. And the reason for that is because they split them up in the perfect sort of style. I've talked about this many times. Most people don't understand how to make a planted aquarium very well. And how you make a good planted aquarium is to have multiple plants in there and have foreground aquarium plants, which I almost always had Anubias as mine. I usually threw in a couple of moss balls, some micro swords or anything like that, but most of my foreground stuff was Anubias. I loved Anubias, but these are plants that are going to grow really short. They're not going to grow tall. And the reason for that, I did have some Glossostigma, I forgot about that. The Anubias, or the foreground plants, just grow really short. And that's so it doesn't block the background of the tank. And that's where your mid-grounds, Java ferns, cryptocorns, any of the swords, I mean, those are the ones that are going to grow medium. So let's, oops, sorry about that. So let's go to the Java fern. Like this plant, as you can see, going to get up to 8 inches. For most people, especially on your smaller aquariums, that's actually going to be just fine for your even your background plants. But if you have a larger aquarium, it's that foreground. It's where the plants start getting taller, but then you go to the background. Now, I only liked one thing. I only ever used one thing. I used Hygrophila. That was my background plant. I used that as the backdrop. A lot of people that have aquariums, they don't have a good backdrop. Or they'll put like some like weird sticker on the back of the aquarium, make it easier to see the fish. Basically for that backdrop, I just made the Hygrophila. And so I just let it grow all the way up to the top. Now, I did like floating plants, which were much harder to find. But anyway, that's where I wanted to start from there. And they got freshwater invertebrates. I never bought from them. And the reason for that, in terms of invertebrates, now, they're not bad. They're very well split up and they got a ton of them. The reason why I never bought invertebrates from them is because of the next website, which was one of my favorite websites to just surf and look at stuff. And that is aquabid.com. And I should have also mentioned that, you know, Aquabid is basically North America. It may be international. I don't really know, actually, if it's international. So I can only speak how these websites work in America. But Aquabid. And Aquabid is basically eBay for aquarium stuff. And they have a ton of fish. Just like Aquabid, you're just going to have to constantly go in here. Like Ooh, look here, Loricaria parva. Boom. There you go. Quick tip, do not even think of buying from this unless it has this, which is a picture. Because why would you buy something that you don't even have a picture of? Don't know what a cowboy whiptail catfish is. Yeah. But you have a picture on here, and it gives you an idea. Look at the seller, Nationwide Aquatics. Well, let's see what all they have. Do they have a website? You can use this to sort of kind of familiarize yourself with other distributors here. One of my favorite things for here, and I dedicated two consistent aquariums, and cats are going crazy. 2 consistent aquariums is US Native Fish. Now, wild flagfish are like always there, and I hated wild flagfish. I don't think they're good. But least killifish, oh my god, amazing fish. Love least killies. But it's also one of the only places that I've talked about in the past before, the Everglades pygmy sunfish. Aquabid's one of the best places in the world to get pygmy sunfish. Really, really fascinating. But as I was talking about, you go beyond the fish, and they have all sorts of things like stingrays, snails, blank. There's so many. By the way, an entire section dedicated to piscigrammas. So yeah, keep that in mind if you're looking for a pisto tank. Aquabid's fantastic. Find you a dealer that has a good reputation. Wow, he has sold a ton. Trying to think that he... I think this one right here, this 223 out of 224 is saying, there we go. That's what I wanted. I don't know. I can't, there used to be some place that said, hey, this person's a good seller. I had great. I did well with them. Like, they didn't cheat me, because some people are going to cheat you. And obviously, not all of these are going to be something that you want to do. Like, are you going to spend $200 for this? Personally, I wouldn't. But that's just like eBay. It's worth what someone was willing to buy. Going back to what I was talking about, though. Where is it? Right here, invertebrates. This is one of the best places in the world to get shrimp. And I love having shrimp in an aquarium. Not only do they look good, but if you get some of these Sakura shrimps or the Neocardinia, you get these Neocardinia, which is just an awful picture. But Neocardinia, I actually always had this in almost every single aquarium that I had, for the entire reason of letting them breed and then letting the fish eat on the shrimp. That's what I like to do. It helped me feed them with and let them kind of do their natural thing. And that's also what I did as well with here. You go in here, you should be able to find, maybe not here. I never bought plants from them. There you go. The food section. It's an amazing way to get live food, which most of your fish would actually prefer. So Aquabid was great for me. I treated it well, and I always surfed around. Got those weird, bizarre things when I could. Like, I'm just going to tell you, a breeding Plecostomus is just... Aquabid's one of the best places in the world to go for your Plecostomus that you're just turn there, because these people just love their Plecostomus and they all have their L numbers. That ain't for me. Like, 7 adults and 5 subadults for this, but it's going to cost me $3,800. Yeah, I'm sorry. That ain't for me. So, but I said that. But I hope you've taken a notice that, hey, Ping, you've told me where you bought the fish, where you bought the plants. A lot of them. I found a lot of websites. I also made very good friends with 3 local aquarium dealers. Not PetSmart, although I knew the PetSmart people, and you can actually order something from PetSmart, but it's not great, and they stopped doing it towards the end, so I don't know if you could do it, but you could actually ask the PetSmart people to order special fish, and they'll give you a booklet of what you could order. But I made very special friends with the aquarium dealers in the area. So you got to pull from multiple sources. I do not think once you start getting really into aquariums, just one place is not where to go. But Ping, you told me where to get the fish, where to get the plants. Where do you get the thing to put them in? That's where going to your local aquarium stores, bar none. I will never, and I mean this, I will never, ever buy an aquarium from PetSmart or Petco or Walmart or any place. And definitely won't buy one new. If you search hard enough and are dedicated to this, there is a world of aquariums out there that are for sale. Even here. I never bought aquariums from here, but you have 100+ gallons. Nope, not here. But let's just say aquariums and tanks. There is one for sale. Go to your local stores. Go to your thrift stores, your secondhand shops. Go there. Essentially, get an aquarium. If you cannot visibly see a crack, then chances are that aquarium's in good enough shape to hold water. It's very, very likely. And sometimes you can get the stand with the aquarium. I wound up trading fish to pay for most of my aquarium. Remember I told you I had that big aquarium long time ago. I had the stand that was with it. It was a beautiful stand. 250 gallon with the stand. And I paid $150 from it. Granted, I was a friend by this point, but I had already traded them a bunch of fish and got sort of credit in there. I don't like to buy new aquariums. I do not. The only exception because you cannot find them is right here. Nanocubes. Nanocubes are very hard to find. Sometimes you can find them. Nanocubes are very, very difficult to find used. It's the only one I've ever bought new. Only one. But hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I have an assignment for you all. I would like for people to submit pictures of their aquariums. All these people have been commenting saying, I have this, I have that, and it's great. I love hearing that, and I love helping people out. But I want you all, the fans, to submit pictures of the aquarium to me, and I will review them in a future Fish Friday. I will go over this aquarium and discuss what I like, what I don't like about each aquarium. So if you have an aquarium and you'd like me to review it, I would like to do like 2 or 3 in an episode. So hopefully at least 3 of y'all have an aquarium that you are, even if you aren't like have any questions on like that, even if you're just like, I'm so proud of this. I really don't care what you have to say about it, Ping, but I'm so proud of this. I want to show it off to the world, and I will put it on here for everyone to see. Please don't let that discourage anyone. But thank you guys so much again. I really appreciate it. Hope to see you again. If you'd like to support the channel, please click the link down below. It is by no means expected, but very much appreciated. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Regardless, take care of yourselves. Take care of your loved ones.